everybody. Welcome to Ask the Pastor. My name is Pastor Angie, and here is my question. If two people from two different religions fall in love, and the other wants you to convert in order for the wedding to be blessed by a priest, how would you decide whether or not that's a good idea? I want to address three things. First, love. Okay, how do you pick your perfect helpmate, the one that God's chosen for you to spend the rest of your life with? Well, when you're dating and you're courting someone, you want to look at Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart because everything flows from your heart. Because of this, you want to go into relationships guarded. Once you know that they're the ones that God has for you, that perfect helpmate, then you can let that guard down. But your focus as a single person needs to be your first love, which is Jesus Christ. Number two, I want to talk about your faith. Faith is a major deal breaker and a big source for divorce. So you definitely don't want to be unequally teamed up or partnered up with somebody who does not believe what you believe. And it's not even about believing two different things. It's about knowing the truth, and you both walk towards the truth together. The truth is that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father except through Him. If you're partnered up with somebody who does not understand that Jesus Christ is the only way to salvation, this is a major deal breaker for choosing your helpmate. It's the biblical principle, and you want to keep that as the standard in your life when you're dating and you're seeking somebody to marry. And then number three is blessing. You're either seeking the blessing of God or you're seeking the blessing of man. So I say that because you're one person in the relationship wants the wedding to be blessed by a priest. So what is it that's really being said with that statement? Are you seeking the blessings because your parents are saying we're not going to pay for the wedding unless it's done a certain way, or we're not going to honor your marriage unless you're both converted to this one religion? If that's the case, then you're not seeking the blessing of God. Seeking God's blessings is, for example, out of Psalm 67. Psalm 67 says that we should seek God's blessing so that our gladness in God will spread to all nations. Is that why you're seeking a blessing? To be a blessing to others? Or are you seeking a blessing so that others will just be okay with you or be okay with this union? You don't want that. Going into marriage is a covenant relationship, and God honors covenant. One of his first covenants was with Abraham. And he told Abraham that he was going to be the father of many nations. And here we are, children of Abraham, part of that covenant. We're part of something bigger. So marriage is an important covenant that you want to keep, and that God wants to honor, and that God wants to bless. You got to pray for your spouse. Pray for that person that you believe God has for you. Make sure that everybody around you gives you the A-OK. Hey, you're attending church together. Obviously, you're going to be great helpmates for each other. These are the things that you want to look for. Everything else you kind of want to avoid because you're going to see red flags. You want to make sure that your heart is guarded. You want to make sure that your faith and your belief system is on track with the truth. And you want to make sure that you seek the blessing of God and not the blessing of man. All right, with that said, I hope to hear from you soon. Love you big.